Jiu-jitsu is like showing up to a secret party where everyone knows the moves except you. You walk in barefoot, heart pounding, trying to look like you belong, while wondering if you've just signed up to be human origami for the next 6 months. Let's be honest, being the new guy on the mat can be brutal. But here's the truth no one told you. Everyone feels this way at first. The nerves, the awkwardness. That moment when you realize you've been wearing your gi pants backwards for the last hour. Today, we're cutting through the noise and breaking down exactly what novice jiu-jitsu fighters must know. Not just to survive, but to avoid that glorious face-red embarrassment that hits you harder than a flying armbar. Let's break it down. Let's talk about the fear most beginners carry, but rarely admit. Not the fear of injury, not even the fear of failure. It's the fear of looking stupid. Embarrassment is a silent opponent rolling with you every day. You're scared to ask questions because you don't want to look dumb. You're worried your body's not built for this. And you're afraid of being that person who gets tapped out in 10 seconds by someone half your size. And yes, that happens. But here's the truth bomb. Embarrassment is part of the process. Dr. Carol Dweck, the psychologist who pioneered the growth mindset concept, found that people who embrace failure and discomfort as part of learning actually improve faster than those who fear it. So, if you're feeling awkward and unsure, guess what? You're learning exactly the way you're supposed to. And you're not alone. According to a 2021 study published in the Journal of Sports Sciences, most new martial arts practitioners rate fear of social judgment higher than physical fear in the first 90 days. That's totally natural. Let's give you some actual tools to help dodge those cringy moments, so you can train smarter and roll with confidence. 1. Stop pretending you know stuff. This is jiu-jitsu, not high school. You don't have to fake it till you make it, you ask. The person who raises their hand in class learns 10 times faster than the one nodding while silently screaming, "What is a break fall?" Seriously, your coach isn't judging you. They're thrilled when you care enough to ask. That's how they know you're here to learn. And remember, teaching is a two-way relationship. When you ask questions, your instructors become better teachers. 2. Tap early. Tap often. Tap proud. There is no glory in being choked unconscious on a Wednesday night by someone who sells real estate full-time. Tapping isn't failure. It's how your brain learns survival through repetition. As black belt coach John Danaher says, tapping is learning. Every tap is a mini lesson. Treat it like a textbook, not a death sentence. There's even neurological evidence to back this up. Repetition under stress, like tapping under pressure, helps develop procedural memory, meaning your body learns how to react instinctively over time. 3. Don't muscle it. You're going to be tempted to use strength when technique fails. We get it, it's primal. But muscling through a move is like trying to fix a watch with a sledgehammer. You might get a result, but it won't be pretty, and people will avoid rolling with you. Technique always beats brute force in the long run. Studies of elite BJJ athletes consistently show that efficient technique, not strength, is the hallmark of long-term success. Let me tell you about my first week. I was paired up with a 120-pound purple belt named Danny. I thought, finally, someone I can handle. 5 minutes later, I was stuck in some nightmare of limbs called a triangle, wondering if my last will and testament was up to date. After the roll, he patted me on the back and said, "You did great for a beginner." I had two choices: feel humiliated or take the compliment. I chose the latter. Because here's the twist. Danny was once crushed just like I was. That's the game. That's the journey. And by the way, your ego's going to take some hits. That's normal. Let it. Because the more humble you become, the more coachable you become. Maybe you're thinking, "I'm not flexible," or "I'm too old for this." Let me stop you right there. Helio Gracie, the co-founder of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, designed the art specifically so smaller, weaker individuals could defeat larger, stronger ones. He was 5 feet 9 inches, barely 140 pounds, and had chronic health issues. If he could dominate, you can survive. There are black belts today in their 60s. There are paraplegics training BJJ. There are moms, truck drivers, IT guys, 300-pound heavyweights, and skinny teenagers, all on the same mat. You belong here too. In fact, research from Harvard Medical School shows that consistent martial arts training improves flexibility, cardiovascular health, and stress levels across all age groups. So the longer you stick with it, the more your body will adapt. All right, if you've made it this far and you're nodding your head, pause for a sec and hit that like button. Or I swear, your next roll will be against a guy nicknamed the Washing Machine, and you're the laundry. Seriously, subscribe if you want to avoid that fate. Help your future self. You will thank you when you're not eating mat for dinner. Master the basics. I know you want to learn flying triangles and ninja stuff, but trust me, your guard retention, shrimping, and bridging will save your butt more than any YouTube highlight move. Foundational techniques beat flashy techniques every time. Want to feel less embarrassed? Focus on posture and closed guard base in mount and side control. Black belts aren't superhumans. They're just white belts who obsessed over the fundamentals for years. Roger Gracie, considered one of the greatest BJJ competitors of all time, won world championships using the most basic techniques. Why? Because he mastered them to perfection. Find your why. Jiu-Jitsu isn't just self-defense. It becomes therapy, discipline, a mirror. Once you connect to why you're doing this, confidence grows. You show up with purpose, and the awkwardness fades. Your why could be fitness, self-defense, mental health, a way to challenge yourself. All are valid. All are powerful. Story time. I once got stuck under a 250-pound blue belt for 5 minutes. I didn't escape. I didn't even breathe properly. But after class, the instructor pulled me aside and said, "You didn't give up. That's more important than any technique today." And that stuck with me. Because in Jiu-Jitsu, heart beats talent when talent doesn't roll up consistently. Grit and resilience are more valuable than any belt color. That's the real currency on the mat. One of the biggest predictors of your success isn't your athleticism, it's your gym environment. A supportive culture equals faster progress, less embarrassment, and way more fun. If your gym has ego-filled monsters who laugh at white belts, leave. You're not in the right place. Jiu-Jitsu is about growth, not gatekeeping. Look for instructors who encourage questions, partners who celebrate small wins, a tribe that lifts each other up. In BJJ, iron sharpens iron, but only when done respectfully. So, to dodge embarrassment in your early BJJ days, ask questions. Tap like a champ. Don't muscle, use technique. Own your beginner status. Focus on fundamentals. Find a supportive gym, keep showing up, laugh at yourself. Remember, everyone starts somewhere. You're going to fall. You're going to get twisted up. You're going to do things that look ridiculous. And that's okay. That's Jiu-Jitsu. Everyone starts as a white belt, even the legends. The embarrassment you feel now? One day it'll become part of your story, and you'll laugh about it with the next new guy. So keep going. Train consistently. Be coachable. Keep a sense of humor. And remember, Jiu-Jitsu isn't about being the best. It's about getting better. You've already won by stepping on the mat. Now, keep showing up, and soon, the only thing you'll be embarrassed about is how long you waited to start. If you've got a funny or humbling white belt moment, drop it in the comments. We've all been there, and trust me, you're in good company. Check out my other videos for beginner-friendly tips, mindset hacks, and stories from the mat and beyond the tap. And hey, welcome to the tribe.